So the teams making their way out right now. You can see the Bahamas in their tops that look like their flag, while Guadalupe will be in all red today. An exciting opportunity for both of these nations. Bahamas have never qualified for the Gold Cup group stage, while Guadalupe, they have made the Gold Cup on 3 previous occasions, including the quarterfinals in 2009 and earning 3rd place in 2007. The referees are all set. Both teams will line up. We'll step aside for national anthems ahead of Guadalupe and the Bahamas. Now building up to first kick as we look at today's starting lineups. As the national anthems have been sung, we are building up to first kick, and we look at the Guadalupe starting 11. In goal, Johan Turam will get the start in between the sticks. Ronan Hatovi will be the captain for this Guadalupe side, and you can see the bench there scrolling on the bottom. Rafael Mirval, though, he will be the one to lead the line for this Guadalupe side. And we'll see what he can provide in the attack. Last time out in CONCACAF Nations League, Mirval scoring a hat-trick in that 10-0 win. And of course, a photo to remember this occasion for both these sides, and it's a big occasion for both these teams. Guadalupe has not been in the Gold Cup since 2011, and the Bahamas have never been in the Gold Cup group stage. A look at our officials today, a multinational officiating crew led by Rayon Radix, who will be today's head referee. And the two captains will meet here at midfield. Isaiah Colley is the captain for this Bahamas side. Fist bumps all around. We are just about set for kickoff. The two captains meeting here at midfield. And a look at our VAR officials as well. Chris Penso from the United States is the VAR referee. The VAR assistant, Keylor Herrera from Costa Rica. And we're a few moments yesterday where VAR was a necessity, and it was used. And now a look at this Bahamas starting 11 from coach Nestle Jean. 4 changes from their World Cup qualifying draw against Trinidad and Tobago. Ian Lowe, though, stays in goal. He played a big part in that 0-0 draw. Leslie St. Fleur will lead the line for this Bahamas side, looking to at least progress one step closer to the Gold Cup group stage. There's a look at the Bahamas bench. And now all we do is wait for that opening whistle. We can get this one underway. The first of 2 matches on this Saturday. Cuba will not be taking on French Guiana later today due to COVID-19 related travel and visa challenges and the required COVID-19 testing regime. Their game will not take place today. But this one will, the Bahamas and Guadalupe. And we are just about set to go. Guadalupe will be in red going left to right, and in those blue tops will be the Bahamas. Well, you heard the countdown, and now we are underway. It's the Bahamas and Guadalupe. First of 2 matches on this Saturday, and the winner of these 2 matches will play each other on Tuesday. Already confirmed matches for the second round of preliminary matches. It'll be Haiti taking on Bermuda, the winner of these 2 games tonight, and then Trinidad and Tobago will take on French Guiana. It was all right here on Tuesday. But in the meantime, a big save coming, and another one! Johan Thuram wasting no time. And the Bahamas knocking on the door here in the opening minute. There was a goal within 17 seconds scored yesterday, and we nearly had one within 40 seconds here today. Look at that ball coming in from Delancey Jr. from the right. And a double save from Johan Thuram, the 32-year-old. Just a handful of caps for him coming into this match today. But already called into action, and for Nestle Jean and this Bahamas side, they have to like that start. But now a chance for Guadalupe to come into the attack. Low cross coming in and stabbed away out for the first corner kick of the match. Another look at this double save, the diving header. And Thuram able to just get that right hand up and then scramble across the goal mouth to deny Marcel Joseph. Woodjulmis had the first header attempt for the Bahamas. Now Feton back the other way for Guadalupe. Played towards the near post. Lowe stays on his line. And St. Fleur just knocks this out. There's a look at Nestle Jean, the 36-year-old. Named national team head coach in 2014. Another chance. Guadalupe to send one in. Matthias Feton, the 21-year-old, plays this short. Now another ball coming in. Lowe stays on his line. This one gets headed out of play again. And it looks like this time it'll be a goal kick to the Bahamas. Well, Guadalupe has not played a competitive match since the end of CONCACAF Nations League, all the way back on November 17th of 2019. As we look at the replay again. Good shape on that cross, and yeah, that might have gone off of Ambry Moss last. The referee says a goal kick to the Bahamas. That was a 10-0 win for Guadalupe on that day back in 2019. They have not played any competitive matches since. They did play a friendly against Martinique on the 24th. A 2-1 win. They played that in Martinique. Some good early action here for the Bahamas. Let's see if they can keep that up here as this match continues. On the other side for the Bahamas, they are just coming off World Cup qualifiers. Of course, the new format here in 2021. They went 0-3-1, lost to St. Kitts and Nevis, Guyana, Puerto Rico, and then that draw against the Trinidad and Tobago was their first result since 2011 in World Cup qualifiers, 0-0 on the night. And they're hoping to maybe carry some of that momentum from that match into this one today. Both these teams in Nations League did not lose a game. This is played down the channel as Guadalupe looks forward again. This pass just a little bit misplaced. And the Bahamas will be able to regain possession here in their own half. Trying to find an angle to get this shot away. Here it comes, right at low. He's able to get his body behind it. And Guadalupe's number 10, Phaeton, putting that on frame again and really testing Ian Lowe, the 18-year-old who played a big part in that 0-0 draw against Trinidad and Tobago. Shuffling his feet over to that near post just in time. Good power on that shot from Matthias Phaeton. That looks like another free kick. This one going the way of Guadalupe. And just catching Urep there. Going in hard for the challenge. Coming into this game, Nestle Jean in his pre-match comments saying the first 15 minutes will really be important in this match. And here comes long ball in over everybody's head and straight out of play. He said his final message to his team from Nestle Jean, just tell them to have fun and keep it simple. And in the opening minute, we saw that from the Bahamas, the game's best chance so far. Double save from Johan Thuram. Thuram distributes from his own box. Guadalupe has been in possession for the majority in this opening 6 minutes. There's Houtavi, who was one of those players who scored in the friendly against Martinique just a couple of days ago. And now Phaeton trying to get into the area, still going, taken off the ball. This goes out for another corner kick. Good run by Phaeton, really testing this Bahamas back line. Rayan Radik's pointing for another corner kick. Embry Moss sliding in once again. Fleur had his jersey pulled out of the way. All that strength from Phaeton, but Moss got that challenge just right. Urep now will swing this in. It'll be an in-swinger for Guadalupe. Here it comes towards the penalty spot, quickly headed away. And out for a Guadalupe throw-in. These two teams have never faced off before. So potentially that early stage, just be getting comfortable with the opposition. And so far, Guadalupe seems to be settling in quite well, especially after the double save from Thuram in the opening minute. Guadalupe has been getting into the attack with relative ease here in this opening 8 minutes. This will be a throw into the Bahamas. Long throw in. Bahamas trying to regain possession. Instead, it's won back by Alphonse. Trying to get this out wide. Referee will play advantage. Joseph plays this into the box. Early shot coming. Thuram has to make a kick save again. Well, it's been most of the chances coming for Guadalupe, but the 2 opportunities that the Bahamas have had and maybe been the best chances of the match. Just those quick strike attacks from the Bahamas. This will be a free kick going back the way of the blue shirts. Another look at that challenge in the midfield and the shot. Jumis, a left-footed strike that was saved by Thuram. Bahamas win it back in a good area again. They have numbers in the middle. Taken off the ball on that far side. And Rose. And now back for Thuram. Ten minutes gone, and already a very exciting 10 minutes. Both these teams really going forward in the early going. Alphonse looked like he took his eyes off the ball as he received it, and a throw will now go to the Bahamas. An interesting wrinkle to this Bahamian roster. 4 players from the Bahamas actually participated in the CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship back in May in Costa Rica. The Bahamas made the quarterfinals before losing out to Mexico in that competition. And now Alphonse coming down this right side, centering ball. This one cleared away, out for a throw-in. It's been a good back and forth match so far. Guadalupe has been finding itself in very good attacking positions in the early going. Here's another look at it. Miscommunication again, will send it back to the Bahamas. There's a look at Jocelyn Angloma, a 55-year-old manager, appointed head coach in December of 2017. And he has quite the resume. We'll get into that as this game goes on. Here, another attack coming for Guadalupe. Almost one back in the midfield, but now a chance for the Bahamas to get upfield. Referee says all ball and a clean challenge. And that will spring another attack here for Guadalupe. Cavare gets this out wide. Alphonse clips this in, diving header, not on frame, out for a goal kick. And a Rose crashing in. Another look at this from above. Just not quite the right height, couldn't get his body or his head down to where that cross was coming in. And Ian Lowe will send this downfield. Almost all of these Bahamian players playing in the domestic league in the Bahamas. A little bit different on the other side, though, for Guadalupe. Fair amount of players playing in Europe. Here's Alphonse again, driving at this back line. Pass comes centrally in the shot, saved by Lowe. And a rolls again. As we mentioned, might be the case. Ian Lowe has been very busy in the opening stages. This will be a foul and a free kick. Marcel Joseph going down. One of the few players that does play in the United States for side FC 92 in the UPSL. It's located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Another look at that shot from Rose at the top of the box. Low drive that Lowe he had no problem with. Long switch of play. Captain Colley will bring this back centrally for Russell. Jumas. Turn back. Find Ambry Moss, who had a big challenge defensively early on in this game. Flag staying down. Low cross coming in. First time effort is out of play. Out for a goal kick. And remember, with VAR in effect, ARs are told to keep the flag down as long as possible. Let the passage of play continue. They can always go back and look at it on video. Here it is again. That would have been close. He might have just been leaning offside. When it comes to a goal kick, regardless, for Guadalupe. It's Quentin Carey who got that shot away. He scored 2 goals in Nations League. Bahamas coming off a World Cup qualifying campaign where they did not score a goal, so looking to change that here tonight. Played down the line and put straight out of play by Quentin Carey. Carey, who did make 2 starts during World Cup qualifiers, so his team has been together quite a bit here in the recent months and recent weeks. Tone trying to continue his run. Swarm of red jerseys, but now a chance to quickly move into the attack for the Bahamas. Carey taken off the ball by Irep, and now back for Thuram. That first 15 minutes that Nestle Jean talked about complete. Bahamas have been able to stem the tide so far. They might honestly have the best chances of the match, forcing Thuram into a double save in the opening minute. And a few minutes later, Marcel Joseph had himself a great opportunity just in front of goal. Possession well in favor of Guadalupe, but the Bahamas trying to change that here in this spell. It's played back for Lowe. He's put in a tough situation. Puts this back centrally. He needs to get back in his goal. Chance coming for Guadalupe, and it's saved by Lowe. Tremendous kick save out for a corner. He was almost put in a really tough situation, and Mirval almost made him pay. Another look at it here. Just picked off. Might have saved that off the post. That was Cavare who got the shot away. Great opportunity there for Guadalupe, but Ian Lowe doing what he has done as of late. He's kept opposition out of the net. Now a chance for the Bahamas, back the other way. Julmas dribbling in, coming centrally and finally taken off the ball. Anthony Barron there in central defense for Guadalupe. Here he is on the ball now. Another look at that giveaway. Right to Cavare. He had a great look at goal, trying to just slip it in that near post. Ian Lowe able to get down to his left. Well, both goalkeepers playing a big part here in the early going, and still 0-0. It's a loose pass, and it's picked off. The Bahamas will look upfield. Now they'll slow things down as Joseph brings it centrally. He's trying to give and go, didn't come off. Mirval dropping deeper to win the ball back. He gives it right back to the Bahamas. Here's Alphonse, who's been marauding up and down this right flank in the opening 20 minutes. Seems like most of the attack coming down this right side for Guadalupe. St. Maximin trying to get by the defender. A good help coverage there. It's knocked out of play. Honestly, Gene just trying to manage this game for the Bahamas. Sure, you got to take this in stages and just about through the first half of this first 45 minutes. There'll be a throw-in coming for Guadalupe on the far touchline. Irap will take it. Tough spot here on the far side. Delancey Jr. does win a throw-in out of it, though. Well done. Here comes the throw-in from Isaiah Colley, the captain. A nudge in the back. Free kick going the way of the Bahamas. Radek's having to step in and telling Matthias Feiton to stay 10 yards away for the free kick. Have a look at it here. Friendly little nudge in the back. The Bahamas trying to gain more time on the ball. That won't do. Alphonse now brings it centrally. Cavare for Mirval. Getting this cross away, just knocked down and then cleared away fully by the Bahamas. Bahamas really withstanding some pressure from this Guadalupe attack. Plenty of crosses and shots have already come the way of Ian Lowe, and another one potentially coming here. This one will be a bit easier as he scoops it up. Bahamas have had trouble building out from the back. Another cross comes in, it's defended away, but as far as Cavare. This will be a foul and a free kick that will give it back to the Bahamas just past the midway point of this first 45 minutes. Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. First of two Gold Cup preliminary matches. on this Saturday afternoon in South Florida. It'll be Guatemala taking on Guyana. Their ball played over the top, just trying to play it in behind that back line. The best chances so far for the Bahamas have come on the counterattack. It might be their best way to find a goal tonight. Good challenge coming in by Wood Jumis. Cavare. Referee staying nimble out there, having to get out of the way twice. Trying to find some space in the middle. Nowhere to go for Terry Delancey Jr. except for back. You see there in the middle, all those red jerseys converge. This time, another foul. Maverick Enarose committing the infraction. Free kick to the Bahamas. Taking down Logan Russell. Right at 25 minutes, it looks like it'll be first half hydration break. Very warm temperatures in South Florida. Just shy of 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's been an energetic start to this match. Best chances maybe coming for the Bahamas, but the quantity has been in favor of Guadalupe. The quality maybe more so for the Bahamas. Chance for both sides to talk with their respective coaching staffs. Four shots apiece so far through 25 minutes. Of course, this will be added on to stoppage time at the end of this 45 minutes. Another look at the best chances. That was inside of a minute. Johan Thuram having to make a double save, denying Jumis and Joseph. And then Matthias Feiton, good skill on the ball. And Ian Lowe, he was scrambling back into goal and really making a fantastic save as Dimitri Cavare was bearing down on him. Off his left foot, off the post, and out for a corner. About 2 minutes of the hydration break, and now back underway. Guadalupe will start in possession. Colley trying to play this over the top. It's dealt with by Sauvé. Wall of red jerseys right now for Guadalupe in the midfield. That's making it very difficult for the Bahamas to come down the middle. But now a chance. Cavare coming forward, still going, and then Lowe scoops it up. A heavy last touch. Might have run into his teammate Anna Rose, who was making the run alongside him. Ian Lowe read that to perfection. Bahamas want a whistle. Now it'll come. Late call. And they've gotten help from his assistants. As The referee will bring this back. It'll be a free kick for the Bahamas. Here's another look at Jocelyn Angloma. Long career from the 80s into the early 2000s, playing for Rennes, Lille, PSG, Marseille, Inter Milan, Valencia. He also won the 92-93 Champions League with Marseille. As this header goes straight out of play. Angloma also part of the Euro 1992 team of the tournament. A very strong career. And of course has ties to Guadalupe. Trying to take this team on a similar journey to what they experienced back in 2007 and 2009, making the knockout stages. 2007 finished third place in their group. It was good enough to advance. They then beat Honduras in the quarterfinals before losing out to Mexico in the semis. So there is some history for Guadalupe as this ball played over the top. St. Maximin not quite strong enough in the middle. A couple of red jerseys converge on a Bahamian forward, but Bahamas will come away with it in the corner. Julmus just loses this out of play. It'll be a throw-in going back the way of Guadalupe. Leslie Jean talking with Pierre-Luc Lausière, who is the fourth official from Canada. So now Guadalupe can look into the attack just past the half-hour mark. Slaloming forward, here comes the shot, and Lowe is able to save it again. Phaeton has been causing plenty of trouble for this Bahamian back line, and he earns Guadalupe another corner kick. Boy, is Ian Lowe been up to the challenge today, coming off a huge performance against Trinidad and Tobago in World Cup qualifiers, picking up right where he left off tonight. And Phaeton will now send in this corner kick. Here it comes, over everybody's head and out of play. This game could be 2 or 3-0 in favor of Guadalupe if not for Ian Lowe, but then you look back the other way and the Bahamas have had maybe just as good of chances. Low drive that Lowe had to get Lowe to, his namesake. St. Maximin. Urep making the run forward. Long cross will switch the play. Alphonse will pick it up. And he sends another cross in. Mirval got his head to it, couldn't direct it on goal. Still a chance here for Guadalupe. Urep gets a deflected cross away. And Ian Lowe is able to scoop up again. One back in a good area. It's able to be cleared as far as Cavare, who scoops this out wide. Alphonse's cross is dealt with in the Bahamas. Will clear this away. So much defending here in this opening half hour from the Bahamas. Can they relieve some of that pressure here? Julmus working in tight spaces on this near side. St. Maximin brought down. Free kick to Guadalupe. Another look at it here. Cavare. Out wide for Alphonse. His cross. Good shape on that again. Just not able to find a red jersey. Feiton taken off the ball, but he has been very difficult to deal with for this Bahamas back line. It's out of play. It'll be a Guadalupe throw-in on the far side. And many of these players spending their first couple of caps here with their respective national teams. Some for the Bahamas calling up for the first time at the start of World Cup qualifiers back in March. Now getting a chance here in the Gold Cup, and this a little trip and a free kick, and a Rose was tripped up. Cameron Heppel is one of the more experienced players on this Bahamian side, just tripping up Anna Rose, and a free kick will go the way of Guadalupe. See if Guadalupe can find the necessary service needed for that opening goal. 10 minutes to go in this first half plus stoppage time. Feiton will send this in towards goal. Lowe able to get up and punch it away. Still in here. And a Rose taken off the ball. And now can the Bahamas look upfield? Joseph, who couldn't collect it again on this near side. Julmus now putting pressure on. Here's Joseph again. Every time they get in these spaces on the near side, it seems like they're just running out of room. There's not much space to work with these Guadalupean players converging quickly. And now they come into the attack again. Cavare goes down. Referee having to think about this. Out for a goal kick. Remember, VAR will take a look at this one, and I'm sure Chris Penso is looking at this same replay. And that looks like it could be something about Julmus living on the edge there, stepping on that foot of Cavare, who went down. He got there late. And that's about as good of a look as you'll get as the rain starting to fall here at Dry Pink Stadium. Nervy moments here for the Bahamas. Like Cavare get back to his feet. Nothing doing in terms of VAR check. Oh, a nervy back pass here. Mirval goes down. This will trickle out for another goal kick. There have been a couple moments now at the back with Ian Lowe. He's been living on the edge. See if Ian Lowe just decides to send this a bit deeper. Heppel plays this over the top, trying to find space down that right side. Well done by Solvay. Irap. He was continuing his run. This knocked out for another throw-in. Guadalupe looking forward again. And they find that elusive opening goal before halftime. Long distribution is headed out of play. Throw-in will come for Guadalupe. Leslie St. Fleur tracking back defensively. Alphonse will curl this in again. Lowe stays on his line, and this headed out for another corner kick. Ambry Moss there. And Jocelyn Angloma sitting in his seat on the touchline, wondering when this goal will come. They've been putting plenty of pressure on this Bahamian back line. It'll be another corner kick coming. Matthias Feiton will take it again. Feiton curls this in. A couple of missed headers defensively, still there to the end line, shoulder to shoulder. And out for a goal kick. Good, strong defending by Ambry Moss. Another look at it again. Moss and Hautavi coming together. Good, strong challenge coming in by Moss. And now a throw-in for Guadalupe as play gets back underway. Anna Rose. Alphonse. This ball did go over the near touchline. Or rather, it was offside. Close margin there, but I'll give the AR the benefit of the doubt. He was standing about a foot away from the action. Here we go, the Bahamas in open field again. It's Joseph looking infield, trying to find a way into the middle. That wasn't it. And you see when the Bahamas get into the attack, just the few numbers they're willing to commit forward. Here's Alphonse playing this down the line. Mirval chasing after it, and the flag coming up for offside. Did look like he was a step behind that back line. Remember, AR is told to keep their flags down unless they are 100% certain. Looks like the referee gets that one just right. Urep will turn back and keep possession for Guadalupe. Definite contrast to yesterday's games, in which they were very one-sided. Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda all taking care of business. Winning teams scored no less than 6 goals. Might be a bit different here in this one today, as both these teams really up for it. Urep curls this in. The header will clear it out of the 18-yard box. It will be kept in here by Guadalupe. Back heel to find this space. Here's Alphonse. Now coming down the left, Irep cutting in field. You'll have to play this back. Almost every blue jersey back behind the ball defending. Alphonse won't get there on the near side. So the Bahamas just try to get it as far away from the goal as possible, and you can see Nestle Jeanson get up the field. They are pinned in at the moment. Just trying to get to halftime, you'd think, at 0-0. And they can reevaluate for the second 45 minutes, and if not, penalties. Another touch for Johan Thuram. Hasn't had much to do, but has made 3 big saves to keep this at 0-0. Phaeton will get this out wide for Alphonse. You can see the defenders that commit to Phaeton when he drives down the middle. Perron bringing this forward. Phaeton on the turn and gets this out wide. Alphonse. He was frustrated with something there as he turns back. 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first 45 minutes. And a Rose. Play this forward, it's taken away. Now can the Bahamas look upfield? Thuram coming way out of his box to retrieve this for Guadalupe. There's not much pressure, that's what he is able to do. Phaeton has been eager to find a goal here in this opening half. Give a lot of credit to the Bahamas. They've taken their chances when they have come. They have been few and far between. Quality versus quantity certainly could be said in this first half, although Guadalupe has had a few good chances, even if they are mistakes and they're trying to take advantage of from this Bahamian back line and goalkeeper at times. And a Rose will send this in again to the back post. Rising header by Alphonse is out of play. The Bahamas might be able to take this one to halftime. Lowe taking his time to put this back into play. Anybody wearing a blue shirt will complain about that. The referee will blow this first 45 minutes of play dead. And here we go into halftime. It is 0-0, the Bahamas and Guadalupe for a right to play on Tuesday night. The final round of preliminary matches here leading up to the group stage of the 2021 Gold Cup. But here at halftime in Fort Lauderdale and Dry Pink Stadium, it's Guadalupe 0, it's the Bahamas 0. Well, the second 45 minutes is underway. Guadalupe and the Bahamas. And a big opportunity for both of these teams in this second 45 minutes. Remember, the winner will take on either Guyana or Guatemala. That will be the second game of the night here at Dry Pink Stadium, as Guadalupe trying to pick up right where they left off. That first cross was cleared away, and now St. Maximin goes down. Will this be another foul? St. Maximin finds himself on the turf. So he gets back to his feet. Another look at the challenge coming in. That was from the captain there, Isaiah Colley. One-man wall here for the Bahamas, just a shield goal, but a great opportunity here for Matthias Phaeton. He'll swing this in and go for goal. Lowe was there to scramble across the goal mouth and just push it away. Another great chance for Guadalupe, and especially Phaeton. Guadalupe's number 10 has been massive in this game thus far. He was going for glory there. Alphonse trying to create a distraction in front. Guadalupe will stay on the attack. Phaeton loses his footing, trying to regain it, trying to turn the corner as well. And this one now knocked out of play. A corner kick upcoming for Guadalupe, and they have started off very hot here to start this second half, but can they pay it off with a goal? Remember, if it's level after 90 minutes, we will go to a penalty shootout. Phaeton to provide the service again on the corner kick. This one put right into the mixer. Lowe pushes this away and then is able to hold on to it. A good header there from the captain, Haltavi. And now, a bit of a discussion here as Lowe is still on the ground holding the ball. And Rayon Radix will have to come in. What a game Ian Lowe has played so far. A big collision there as he had to do whatever he could to keep that out of the back of the net. Another look at it here. Good service in. And he was able to jump on top of it and make the save. Looked like that was the captain, Haltavi, who got up for it and just nodded that towards goal. Couldn't get too much power on it just based on the amount of players around him. As Lowe now will be attended to by the training staff. Making sure he is good to continue, and it looks like he is.
But that's what I've been trying to tell him. Mate, they're giving me the ball and run at him, mate.
And a yellow card issued to Rafael Mirval as well. That is one to watch. He scored 7 goals in CONCACAF Nations League that led League C in goal scoring. That included a hat trick in the last match in Nations League against Turks and Caicos, that 10-0 win. That was the last competitive match Guadalupe has played. Sliding in was Colley. It looked like he might have picked up a small knock there. Another look at this save from Lowe. It was Mirval who was just a little bit late after Lowe had held on to that ball, and then you could see the yellow card issued a few seconds later by Rayon Radix, today's official. Trying to chase down a ball here. Phaeton curls this in again. Didn't get it by the first man. Is there a chance for the Bahamas to counter? Trying to play this into space. They'll win the second ball. Can they get it forward? They're not able to do so, at least for the moment. And Guadalupe will look back the other way. Phaeton again, driving at this back line. Heavy touch. Allowed the defender to come in and knock it clear. Battle for this loose ball. Phaeton again, looking to play in Mirval. Once again, good defensive pressure here by the Bahamas, just to try to speed up this Guadalupe attack. Cavare gets this out wide. Ball comes in all the way through, but it will be collected on this near side. Enarose is there. Irep will curl this into the penalty spot. Nobody there in a red shirt. St. Maximin, Phaeton, deflected shot. And this will loop out of play. Corner kick coming. Logan Russell there to slide in and knock it clear. If you're Ian Lowe, that's exactly the type of defensive effort you want to see. But it looks like an injured player here for the Bahamas. I wonder what was said in that halftime locker room by Jocelyn Angloma. Trying to provide some positive thoughts for this Guadalupe attack, but in the meantime, looks like that is the captain, Isaiah Colley, who is down. The 24-year-old, 12 caps for this Bahamian side, and the captain's armband. I wonder if he'll be able to continue his arm around his teammate Ambry Moss. It looked like there was a player getting set to come on now for the Bahamas. Radix will have a quick conversation with a couple of players here. Phaeton waits to put in another corner kick here for Guadalupe. Phaeton to provide the service, looking for that flick at the near post. St. Fleur tracking across and putting it out for another corner kick. And St. Fleur will now don the captain's armband. Phaeton again. Didn't get it by the first man once more. Bahamas will look upfield. Once again, crashing in and doing a great job. Anthony Barron in central defense for Guadalupe. He has broken up many of those counter-attacking opportunities for the Bahamas. Now, low cross in, deflected away. And it will be Heppel to come away with it. As the Bahamas look upfield again. Julmus up ahead of the play. Here's Carey. Stepping in defense was Solvay. These two central defenders have done very well today for Guadalupe. Cavare. Now this one knocked out of play. Delancey having to come over defensively. And here is the sub. The Ethan Willie to come on. Quentin Carey will be replaced. Looked like 2 subs there coming on. And it will be Colley, who is forced off due to injury. Christopher Godet will come on. Long shot coming on, low. Happy to see this one skirt by. Irep, the left back, found himself with some open space, and why not? And we'll see how these substitutions can get on here for the Bahamas. It's Irep, who just took that shot, and finds himself on the turf. Another look at it here. Just curling wide. Low was still sent scrambling across the goal. Looks like Irep is okay to continue on. This will be a foul. Interrose trying to run away with possession there. Rayon Radix was all over the situation. This time it's Evel Jumis who's down. Looked like that arm got up near the throat area. As Irep is now down in the center circle, trying to be helped back to his feet by his teammates. It looks like he's saying his day is done. Irep, who plays his club football in Cyprus, one of the handful of European-based players for this Guadalupe side. And on the free kick, this one sent forward. How can the Bahamas muster up? Long throw-in towards the corner here. Here comes the cross. Turam able to let this skip out of play. Here is the substitute coming on now for Guadalupe. Tomas Pino. He will be the one called upon. The 30-year-old will replace Kelly Irep. First sub of the match for Jocelyn Angloma and Guadalupe. This should just be a like-for-like substitution. All floated over the top. This will be chased down by Mirval. He's trying to get around the substitute Godet. Trying to clear this away, but not able to do much with it is Godet. Reaching the hour mark, still no score. Feton. Heavy touch, it's ushered out of play. This is a situation where the Bahamas is trying to get this to penalty kicks. They've had great opportunities, but they have been defending for a majority of this match. little bit of pressure now from the Bahamas. Trying to speed up Guadalupe, force them into a mistake. Turam has to go long. This one picked up. Cavare. With some options around him. Cavare still going. We'll get this out wide. Here comes the cross. It's blocked down. Chance coming, and it's in. Finally for Guadalupe, and it's Phaeton to get the opener just past the hour mark. Even though he was beaten, Ian Lowe got a touch on that. But Matthias Phaeton finally gets the opener for Guadalupe. It was a matter of when and not if. And finally, just past the hour mark, it's Guadalupe 1 and the Bahamas 0. Bahamas were stretched here. The service came in, and then look at all that open space. You could see teammates already starting to celebrate once they saw it was Phaeton. Lowe got his foot on it, but not enough to parry it over the crossbar. Instead, it'll be right in your living room. And it's 1-0 to Guadalupe, just like that. Phaeton, who played for the first time for Guadalupe in the friendly against Martinique, scoring his first competitive goal here for Guadalupe today. And might it be enough to send them through to the next round? Remember, the winner of this game will play the winner of Guatemala and Guyana. And here comes another sub. Rowan Davis will replace Logan Russell. So Davis on, Russell off. Third sub of the match for Nestle Jean. Still has 2 more subs available in 1 window. And still 4 subs will be afforded to Jocelyn Angloma in 2 windows for Guadalupe in the final half hour. I'll be curious to see what changes, if anything, for the Bahamas at some point. First, a yellow card will be issued to St. Maximin. At some point, they'll have to open things up and really start to find this equalizer. There's another look at the challenge, taking down Delancey Jr. Of course, the more numbers you try to put forward, the less you have back in defense. Now Nestle Jean going to figure out that balance for this final half hour. Oh, weird deflection there, and it might open things up for Guadalupe. Anna Rose continuing his run. He was cut off by a couple of Bahamian players, and then the foul comes. Free kick to the Bahamas. Trying to find the switch of play. It wasn't there for the Bahamas. Phaeton, the goal scorer. Colliding with Rowan Davis, who just came on. And a free kick going the way of Guadalupe. It is again just a lunging challenge. Rowan Davis, just 17 years old. A big opportunity this is for him. He'll come into the game of this magnitude for his country. Ian Lowe organizing this back line. So Maxman will play this short. Here comes the cross. Looks like Pino is just slotting in right where Irep checked out. That left back spot. Heppel playing this into space, nobody making the run. It's been quite difficult for the Bahamas to get into the attack. Here's Phaeton. It's the ball out from underneath his feet. Pino will provide the service again. The header is in, and Guadalupe doubles its advantage. And of course, Rafael Mirval gets the goal. He might have come up with some cramps on the way down, but Guadalupe now up 2-0. You hope he is okay to continue. The top scorer in League C in Nations League, able to get on the score sheet today here in Gold Cup prelims. Mirval was onside. Was Pino onside when he received it? It looked like he was. And Lowe was just a bit too far off his line, as this one was perfectly floated over his outstretched arm. This might be too big of a hill to climb now for the Bahamas. The celebration is on for Guadalupe. Not a good sign here. The stretcher coming out, both trainers attending to the goal scorer, Mirval. Be loaded onto the stretcher here. And also take the cooling break here. A chance for Bahamas just to settle things down, as they now have a 2-goal margin to make up here in the last 20 or so minutes. Mirval scores the goal, but now has to be carried off on a stretcher. Mirval carried off, but he gets the goal that will give Guadalupe a bit more breathing room, but I don't think he'll be able to continue. Taking off his cleats. That might be it here for Mirval today, but a job well done. He gets the goal. That might be enough to put Guadalupe into the next round. And here is the sub, Victor Archimede. St. Maximin will also come off. Edwin Malpon will come on. St. Maximin on that yellow card, so Jocelyn Angloma maybe just wanting to protect his player. Make sure he is ready to go for Tuesday. So Archimede and Malpon on. St. Maximin and Mirval coming off. Those are the two subs after the goal and the hydration break. Play now back underway. Archimede comes on, the only player for this Guadalupe side to play his club football in the United States. Currently playing in the Red Bull system up in New York. 20 minutes to go. Guadalupe sure has taken the sting out of this one. There are 2 goals within just a few minutes. Definitely giving them a leg up and some breathing room as they look to move on to the next round, where they will await the winner of Guatemala and Guyana. And of course, just 2 matches will be played today. Cuba and French Guiana will not take place due to COVID-19 related travel and visa challenges and the required COVID-19 testing regime. So French Guiana will advance on to the second round of prelims and will face Trinidad and Tobago on Tuesday right here at Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Remember, the winners of Tuesday's games will then move on to the group stage. A big opportunity coming for all of these teams on Tuesday, should they progress. Phaeton plays this ahead. Cavare, Pino was in an offside position, left just a bit too early. You can see there, Pino leaving just a second too early, a yard in behind that back line. There is Rafael Mirval. Hopefully he is good to go for Tuesday should Guadalupe hold on here. Big part of that attack. As we mentioned, his 7 goals that he scored in Nations League. Here's Phaeton. And Guadalupe keep adding on goals here at the end. Archimede, a couple of step overs. Trying to play this into the middle. Didn't quite come off, but Phaeton able to win it back. He'll try to slip this in behind. It was just poked away. Phaeton still going and taken off the ball again. This time, Ambry Moss wins it back for the Bahamas, at least for a moment. Alphonse on the right side. He's left to cut in field. He's provided good service today as well. Phaeton. Guadalupe just starting to slow things down here. They know that they just need to keep the ball away from the Bahamas. As Phaeton goes down, referee allowing play to go on. Works his way back to his feet with play continuing on the other side. Alphonse plays this centrally. The Bahamas even get one chance coming forward here. This second half has been very difficult for them to even get on the ball. They've really only had it in their defensive half. Phaeton wins it back. Slipping this in behind. Archimede just rolls it into the arms of Ian Lowe. Nothing too dangerous coming from the substitute. Final 15 minutes. their response coming from the Bahamas. Guadalupe has managed this game very, very well. They finally got something to find the back of the net after plenty of chances throughout the first 60 minutes. Just past the hour mark, they were able to get the goal. This one played over the top, and Lowe coming off his line, able to make the catch. Just a couple of touches there for the Bahamas, but nothing that they can get going forward. Maybe they can do it here. Heppel picks it up. This will whistle, and this will be a free kick. Heppel goes down, Anaros into the book. Another yellow card issued. Bahamas want to get back into this. Set pieces, a great way to do so. All played forward, nothing really doing there for Thuram, who's able to just see this go out of play. And of course, if that name looks familiar, Thuram, it's because it is. He's the cousin of the 1998 World Cup winner with France, Lilian Thuram. Of course, Marcus Thuram currently playing for the French national team. There's a giveaway and a chance for Guadalupe to look forward again. Archimede will play this out wide. Alphonse will provide the service coming in, and Lowe makes a fantastic save. Malpon crashing in. And again, denied at the doorstep. The 2 goals Ian Lowe couldn't do much about. He actually got a foot on the first goal and a fingertip on the second, but not enough to keep him out. And there he comes up with another big save for Bahamas. Here comes the corner. Phaeton drives this in, top of the box. Service comes back in, appeal for handball. A foul or something, it'll go back to the Bahamas. Another look at that chance. Just getting his right foot outstretched enough to get a touch on it. Comes off his shin. Maybe something here for the Bahamas. And now a whistle and a foul, a free kick. Final 10 minutes for Guadalupe as they try to close this one out. They can get some advanced scouting on their opponent in game number 2. They'll come up at the originally scheduled time of 9:30 local. The lights will be in full effect for that one. Looking for that long switch of play once more. It is intercepted by St. Fleur, and now he'll look up. Happel. Here's Además. Played ahead, taken off the ball once more. Remember, the Bahamas have never made the group stage of the Gold Cup. Looks like that might have to wait at least a couple of more years. Happel, a chance to put one on goal. He scuffs his shot and slowly just rolls this out of play. The second matchup coming tonight, Guatemala and Guyana. Should be an interesting one. Guatemala and rampant through Nations League. Guyana was a bit of a different story as now Además finds himself down on the ground. You just wonder how this game could have changed if Johan Thuram did not make those saves in the early going. The double save in the opening minute. There was a chance for Bahamas to get on the score sheet very early going. Thuram denied them and has really changed how this game has played out. Pino. Send this in centrally. Ball then played behind Ana Rose. If you're just joining us, this is how we've gotten to this point. Phaeton in the 61st, Mirval in the 67th. Mirval then forced off due to injury right as he scored his goal. And it took quite a while for this Guadalupe side to finally crack the score sheet. The Bahamas just have not had much going forward in this second 45 minutes. Alphonse looking for the cherry on top. Let's this run through. The Bahamas find space. Answer is no. Trying to go with that quick ball over the top for Willie. Phaeton lays this in behind. Beautiful touch on that pass. And the cross by Archimede. There's nobody there to receive it. Marcel Joseph as we get into the final 5 minutes. Looks like a couple of more subs readying for Guadalupe. Two subs coming on. Kevin Mosin, Vikash T. And it will be Ana Rose to come off. It's the last substitutions for Jocelyn Angloma and Guadalupe. The other one to come off will be Alphonse, who played a really strong game down that right side. So Vikash Teal will be one to come on. Kevin Mosen now will come on as well. Strong outings from both of those players. Anna Rose in a more central attacking position. And out on that right side was Alphonse. This Guadalupe side does have good history in these types of competitions. Of course, we talked about their Gold Cup history, third place in 2007, quarterfinalists in 2009, but have not been in this competition since 2011. In the Caribbean Cup, they were runners-up in 2010. They have earned third place 3 times. Upon committing a foul, it'll be a free kick. Lunging in there, taking out the youngster Rowan Davis, 17 years old. Here comes a sub. For the Bahamas, Ambry Moss will come off. It'll be Troy Pinder, the 23-year-old, to come on. Also looked like he was hampered by injuries a little bit throughout this match. Nicolas Lopez will also come on. It'll be Julmis to come out. That's Wood Julmis to come out. This warm, humid day in sunny South Florida. All 5 subs are used, of course, using the hydration breaks as well. Final 90 seconds of regular time. We'll see how much stoppage time is added on by today's officials. You could really sense that Guadalupe, once they got past that early pressure that the Bahamas put on them, they were the ones in control, dictating how this game was to be played. The Bahamas just didn't have enough numbers going forward. It was difficult for Nestle Jean's side to get things going. He did say that first 15 minutes would be important, and that was probably the Bahamas' best 15-minute segment of this game. We're seeing Johan Thuram do a few saves to keep this one at 0-0, but once the hour mark came around, it's when Guadalupe finally was able to get one past Ian Lowe, who has played a tremendous game in goal. He's been peppered with shots all game long, and he was finally beaten just past the hour mark as we get into 4 minutes of additional stoppage time. The referee will whistle this dead in the center circle. Free kick coming. A yellow card issue to Rowan Davis. Late lunging challenge coming in. Beton just plays this down the line. Kovare. Teal. There's Vikash Teal. Wants to get a shot away and does. And he forces Ian Lowe into another save. The substitute wanted in on the action. That was definitely on frame. Lowe was forced into duty once again. Tone stands over this corner kick, plays it in short. Pino sends this cross away. Lowe able to keep this in play. Bright future ahead for Ian Lowe. In between World Cup cycles, be a long time between competitive matches. Nations such as the Bahamas. There's still a lot to build on from these past few matches they played. The 0-0 draw against Trinidad and Tobago. And this one here today, they hung in there. Just Guadalupe was just a bit too much over the 90 minutes. Tone plays this in behind. It'll be another corner kick conceded to Guadalupe. We're well past the midway point of this minimum of 4 minutes. You can see how tired the legs are out there from both sides. Bahamas have done a lot of chasing in this game. Guadalupe have been trying to play keep away since they got that 2-0 advantage. Teal wants a goal, but he sends this out of play. Another good chance there at the top of the box. Another look at the goal. And the second one, and that was the last we would see of Rafael Mirval today. Pino with a brilliant ball in from the near side, the substitute. 15 shots on the day for this Guadalupe side, just 6 for the Bahamas. The final few seconds tick away. Beton. Time for one more chance. The referee says no, that is it. And Guadalupe is moving on to the second round of Gold Cup preliminary matches. They will play the winner of Guatemala and Guyana, which is our second game coming up later tonight. But here in our first one, Mirval, Beton get the 2 goals. And it's enough to put Guadalupe into the next round. Very solid performance from Jocelyn Angloma's side. And they will be moving on to face the winner of Guatemala or Guyana.